We are back in the gulag, and it's not the house, it's the summer where we're working full-time, working as a TA. We're trying to watch as many movies as we can, and we're supporting the Knicks because they're going to take the championship home. Besides the Knicks making it to the finals, we have a historic month for movies. We got so many movies this month. It's just an amazing month to have an A-list membership. I've been looking forward to making this video because there's so many movies that I want to talk about, and besides my friends and family that are sick of hearing my opinions, the only other people I can talk to are the 140 subscribers on here. But without further ado, let's get into the movies I watched in May as an A-lister. Did I mention I'm an A-lister? My thoughts on them and what I rate them. So we started off May with a banger movie, and that movie was Michael. Michael was the first biopic that I've ever watched, and it's really my introduction into the Michael Jackson empire. Now, it's crazy to think that it's the big 26 and I don't really listen to Michael Jackson or know anything about his life. I was going into this movie expecting to get a lot of that, and that's what I got. It was really cool to see how he grew up and the traumas he faced as a child and how it impacted the music he made. A lot of the behind the scenes of these songs were really cool to see, but hearing them like actually and seeing them be performed was so awesome to see. I downloaded this really cool app called Letterboxd XD. I think it's what the youngins are using nowadays to show their thoughts on the movies. So I'm just going to conclude each movie review with a brief summary of what my thoughts are and the rating I gave it out of 5. And let me just grab my iPad mini A17 Pro chip. Excellent movie with great acting, music, and set pieces. Although I never knew anything about Michael Jackson, this movie did a great job at introducing me to a lot of his music and just how much of an impact he had on music. Very fun movie, but I promise if one more person tells me that people passed out at his concerts, I might lose it. I'm gonna give Michael a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was a great time, and let's move on to the next movie. I can't believe that Obsession was this good. I walked into this movie thinking it was just gonna be like another Scream 7 or like another Weapons, but oh my goodness, this movie was so good. I'm just gonna start off with saying this, that Obsession is one of my favorite movies, not only of this year, but my favorite movies that I've ever watched of all time. It was such a simple premise. The way that the director showed these scenes and created tension on these everyday scenes was so good. And don't even get me started on the girl who played Nikki. She was so good. They didn't rely on jump scares. The music was so good. The way she would go in and out of character was so scary to witness. This movie stems beyond the whole obsession part of the movie. It really portrays an evil sense of loneliness that we see from Bear. Every scene was shot and directed so well. Because my girlfriend's too scared to watch this movie, she actually read a summary of it while we were on a call one night. Every time she was reading that single sentence, I would see the scene in my head, and it just goes beyond so much. You can say that Nikki watches Bear sleep, but if you're not in the theater looking at her standing there whispering, trying to figure out where she is and seeing her, all of this combined makes a scene like that of just her watching Bear sleep into a suspenseful nightmare. The ending of this movie, I thought I predicted it like twice. Every single time I thought I was gonna predict it, it ended in another way. And the ending was so terrible. The song that they played at the end was really good. Absolutely incredible. Like most movies, I walk in with zero knowledge and I was guessing at what the premise was going to be. Such a simple premise with such an extraordinary execution. The writing, the music, the pacing, and most importantly, the horror. Never in my life have I actually screamed and been so horrified at a movie. The actors absolutely killed it, and did so much with such simple things. Indy Navarrete did such an excellent job and truly shook me to my core. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give this movie an outstanding 6 out of 5, which I almost never give. Only 3 other movies have a 6 out of 5 rating. Follow me at Letterboxd XD at 5edu. After the masterpiece that was Obsession, I went to go watch Star Wars and The Mandalorian and Grogu. This is actually my first Star Wars movie that I've ever watched, and it was very interesting. As someone who knows very minimal about the Star Wars lore, all I know is that Darth Vader is Luke's dad. The thing I was looking forward to is seeing the world building of Star Wars. I know that that's such a huge thing that the fans love about it, and we ate good. One thing I didn't expect to be that good was the music, but the music in this movie was so good. It was like, when the Mandalorian landed on that cyberpunk planet, I was all in. The music was so fire, and bro was just aura farming. The plot really wasn't that interesting because they were just kind of doing stuff. like almost like a Saturday morning cartoon. But I didn't care. I had a lot of fun. The weapons were cool to see. The action pieces were really cool. One thing I do want to mention is that I knew that Baby Yoda existed, but seeing him in the movie, I understood what his purpose was in these things, and it's just to be the guy where you go, "Oh, he's really cute." I thought he was able to talk. I thought he was gonna be more of a character, but I realized after watching the movie that he's kind of more of like a pet. Good action from my first Star Wars movie. Did not really have a plot, but I didn't mind since I was admiring the Star Wars world building and set pieces. The music was so good. I also think that Rod of the Hutt has a hard time being the son of Jabba the Hutt. Why did he say that like 20 times in the movie? So I gave Star Wars The Mandalorian a 3 out of 5. It was good. The next movie I watched after Star Wars was Sheep Detectives. The movie was so buns. The only reason I watched it was because it had Wolverine. It pains me to say this, but I didn't like the Backrooms movie. Listen, man, I was on the bandwagon that this movie was gonna be good. I kept saying to everyone that this movie had to be good. Ever since that picture first arose and it sparked the whole liminal aesthetic, I've been in love with that aesthetic so much. Before this movie, I actually played the game Subliminal. That's a game that I was looking forward to playing for a long time. And I played it before to, you know, get in that mood for the Backrooms, that liminal space aesthetic. But unfortunately, I watched it and I was really trying to make myself like it, but I did not really like it. Now, before everyone starts attacking me that I was expecting the Backrooms movie to be like a Roblox game, I've never played the Roblox game. I've never played any Backrooms games. Another thing that I didn't watch was the Kane Parsons Backrooms videos on his YouTube channel. When I'm going to watch a movie, I'm going to have a good time and watch a good movie. I don't feel like doing homework before I watch the movie. Now, I know that people love to say, "Oh, do you know the lore? Oh, do you know level 436? No, I don't, bro. The original image was just posted with nothing else besides the fact that it was a creepy photo. The whole liminal, scary, creepy aesthetic was what I was looking for. Beginning scene, amazing. The middle scene where he was going through different rooms, amazing. The scene where Clark and his 2 assistants go down, amazing. What really ruined it for me was really when the entity came up at the end. All he was like a goofy looking tall guy. I absolutely love the found footage portions of this film. Gave off the creepy aesthetic of the Backrooms. I love the portion where they showed multiple sections of the room, and when the assistant saw glass where Clark saw the wall, I thought they were gonna lead more into it. The movie was very creepy and kept that vibe until the entity showed up. Then it just became a bad chase sequence with 1000% lighting, so nothing was mysterious. We could see everything. Until my rewatch, I'm gonna give this movie an unfortunate 2.5 out of 5. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next video. See you.